industry are much stronger than those of successful African Americans who come from the same neighborhoods as those in the entertainment industry. So what can we do with these mediums like Black Entertainment Television, the Tom Joyner Morning Show? What can we do to help empower and move our community forward?
Well, first of all, we need to highlight the people behind the scenes that are the, as you would say, the overclass. You know, the people that are doing it, that are behind the scenes, the millionaires that aren't, you know, dunking the basketballs and you know, on television or making a record. I think the behind the scenes people can help influence us as people to show that, look, you don't have to be able to jump high or rap or act, if you will. You know, we can do it by going to school, by getting an education, and by doing the right thing. That's how we can do it.
In 2000, how y'all doing? I'm Ryan Ford from the Cashmere agency. In 2009, if you sit back and wait for BET or your local radio station or MTV to give you your own perception of who you are, then you're lazy and you're not doing the right things. Chuck here is a perfect example of someone that, you know, felt that there was a gap in the media and he went and started all hip hop. Now, it's even easier to do what he did over a decade ago. There's blogs, there's YouTube, there's your MySpace and Facebook page. What I do for a living now is we utilize those tools to market, you know, whether it's a TV show or an alcohol or a new artist, right to you. So don't be a passive observer, don't be a passive participant. There's forces that are acting upon you at all times, whether it's the Tom Joyner Morning Show, or whether it's Roxy and Terrence, or whatever it is, you know? But don't just sit there and, like Sha said, take everything that you see as being true. You guys all have a voice, and your voice is just as important as anybody that's on this panel or anybody that you watch on TV. And if you're not responsible with that voice, if you're not going the extra length to make your voice and your opinion and the opinion of your community be heard, then you're doing yourself a real disservice.
And to piggyback off that, the difference now in 25 years ago or whatever with the larger entities like BET and MTV is now it's a two-way street where the viewer, the user, the participant can in turn really affect what they see or read about. And that's one of the things that I really have always valued with the internet space is that we've always listened to the audience. We've always paid attention to what the people want. And we've also always had a perspective of what we thought the people needed as well. So if you take the two, what the people want, what they need, you get that balance. And I think that a lot of the more mainstream entities have lost that balance and that connection to the community because they are just in TV and it's only somebody sitting there watching. And the people, unfortunately, don't necessarily take the initiative to write in or call in to whomever they may have an issue with. And so the people up high, wherever they continue to program, bear in mind the word program, what they think you want to see and view, and then consequently we're all here complaining about Flavor Flav or whoever, and never really getting to those people that need to hear it.
Just say a little comment. So go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to piggyback off all the other panelists' statements. When I was in the classroom, one of the easiest ways to convey the message was to break it down to the simplest form of what business is. The ultimate goal of business is to make money, to turn a profit. And so I would ask the students, you know, when you look at Shaq, or you look at Kobe, or you look at Michael Jordan, and you see all these, you know, new millionaires, instant millionaires in a sense, that are playing these sports, you have to ask yourself, who's willing to make $125 million salary investment in a group of guys to watch them run up and down the court and dunk the ball? And the question is, if they're willing to make a $125 million investment, what kind of profit are they turning to be able to pay that out? And that's the reality of the sports industry. That's the reality of entertainment. If you're saying it takes $250,000 to break a new artist, and that's an investment that your business is making, how much money are you expecting to get in return for the proceeds of that new artist? And that's sort of the mentality you have to start taking as you look at shows, or you look at, you know, television, movies, etc. You know, the beauty of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett establishing Overbrook Entertainment was Will Smith saying that if I'm going to be able to make $20 million a film, how much more could I make if I have an executive producer credit in front of my name versus just being the actor? You know, Spike Lee realized this years ago. He said that you know, a director of a film manages 20 to 25% of the total gross of that film that they negotiate their contract with. So why would I sacrifice that for some, you know, jackleg $6 million, you know, director's fee when I could be taking 25% of the proceeds? Or more importantly, you know, Master P did, and we have examples that are out there, but I think it's important for us to highlight and understand that those examples do exist. If there's no other simple book that you can read, you know, Do You by Russell Simmons that just recently came out, is a prime example of how to do that. We're talking about someone who understood that in order to be successful, you have to take these steps. You look, and I'll leave you with this comment as it pertains to making money. And I always do this with my students as well. I tell them the same story about athletes. And that is, in order to be rich or wealthy in this country right now, you have to know what someone wants 10 years down the road right now. You know, Bill Gates did it, Russell Simmons did it, you know, you name it. Anyone who's been successful in business, especially the last 20 years, understands that I have to make the hot thing for 10 years from now, right now, and make you think it's hot. So how do you do that? How do you market that? It's a matter of ideas, it's a matter of ingenuity. And I think that goes back to the barrier question. I think the self-defeating prophecy that we have is that we don't feel as though we're smart enough or capable of thinking that far ahead. You know, we didn't foresee how, you know, popular, how prosperous hip-hop would be. So we let the control go. And I want to applaud the panelists up here because they've retained some of that which we have lost. So,
I couldn't believe you guys